Welcome back, Lattes Cappuccinos, to
shit.
Coffee Table Zeros Plays Final Fantasy IX.
Hello.
Welcome to Bloodlust Podcast Part 13.
Yeah, boy, we're here at it again, and we're gonna stick around until we're done with it. Or at least for 2 more episodes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hold on, there's a little bit of a time limit we're putting on this thing.
Yeah, we finally decided, 15 hours of doing this is probably enough.
It's probably enough, yeah.
Wait, Oh, okay, I thought she was at 99 for a second.
No, nobody's getting, dick for XP.
That'd be asking too much.
It really would be. So, Miguel, we've got a couple of different directions we can go right now.
Yeah.
Did you want me to still try to convince you why Lord of the Rings is good?
Oh, yes. No, we should Good? No, I just want to know what happens. It's not... Okay, look. Good is subjective. Everybody who I've talked to that holds it near and dear holds it very religiously, and it just puts me off. You know
Religiously
what I mean?
is a bit much.
No, but everyone I've talked to...
Even me?
But you haven't pushed it in my face. Everybody else is I've never seen Lord of the Rings. They're like, oh, you should start with the super chocolatey extended editions and spend 4 hours of your life just strapped in. There's no other way to do it. Why even try?
Why even try?
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
Jesus.
Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, kind of.
There's only one way to read the Bible, and that's you sitting down.
Skipping to the end when Jesus came back and murdered all those Romans.
Whoa.
Forgive them, Father, for I will not.
Forgive me, Father, for I will sin.
Cool. I love black metal Jesus.
Alright, look. I'm not wholly against it. I guess the only good thing that I like out of it is Elijah Wood, because then when I see him outside of that, it's
Frodo.
It's fun. No, it's not Frodo. That's the thing. He's a normal-sized human.
Yeah.
I loved him in what's it called? In Wilfred.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what are you about to say?
Wow. I was like, Jesus, I blanked out there for a second. Yeah, Wilfred. I love that show. He does an amazing job.
Oh, you've seen Sam in other things as well.
Who is he?
Samwise Gamgee.
No, I know who Samwise Gamgee is, but I'm talking about who it has the actor done.
Stranger Things.
Who is he in Stranger Things?
Oh,
he was the boyfriend of Winona Ryder.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Winona.
Whatever.
Ramona.
Ramona. Wow.
Yeah. That's him.
Stranger Things does a lot of fun things.
Charlie from Lost.
Charlie from Lost, yeah. He hasn't done much since then.
Meh.
Christopher Lee's dead.
Rest in peace.
Gandalf?
What is the actor's name for Gandalf? Why am I drawing a blank on that?
Not Christopher Lee.
No, it's not Christopher.
He just plays every old man in that show. Oh,
Plays every old man in that show.
sorry, every space hobo. No, celestial hobo.
Celestial hobo. Gandalf the Grey. Yada yada yada.
Who's he played by?
Let's go.
And is he a sir?
Hobbit. Yeah, I don't care.
Has he been knighted yet?
Guide. Yes, I understand. Give me adaptations. Here we go. Ian McKellen.
Oh, it is Ian McKellen. Yeah.
I don't know why my mind just
No.
did not want to give me an answer.
So there's Ian McKellen, right? Ian McKellen and Christopher Lee are two people I always get a little confused on.
That's fair.
Remember Vicious?
I do remember Vicious.
Yeah, I love that show. Go watch Vicious if you haven't. It's a good treat for the first season. After that, if you still like it, go. But
stick with it if you like it.
It kind of got a little weird.
Got a little long in the tooth.
Yeah, I think they got. I don't understand. British broadcasting.
How so?
I've seen 2 shows already from British broadcasting that are like, hey, if these don't meet the numbers, make the last season the most shittiest piece of shit you can make it.
So people don't clamor for a next season.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, end it. Sherlock went down that route.
Not necessarily.
Oh, dude, season 4?
I liked season 4.
5?
I think there was only 4.
Okay, so there's the first season, right? First season ends with the pool shootout.
Yep.
Second season ends with...
Jumping off the roof.
No, was that already the second season?
Yeah.
God, it was such a good season.
It was really good.
Third season is we brought him back and we're fighting
Sister.
Professor.
No, we're fighting Sister.
Sister who?
Isn't that right? Am I wrong?
Sister who? Sister who?
Sherlock's sister.
Sherlock has a sister?
Yeah, doesn't they?
No, that's season 4. That might be season 4.
Hold on. BBC Sherlock.
No, season 3 ends with whoever the bad guy to Sherlock Holmes is normally. Professor Moriarty. No, the other one. There's another one.
Okay, 4 seasons.
Because Moriarty's dead or whatever.
Let's see. Moriarty, blah, blah, blah. There's
there
a
we go.
special.
Seasons. Yep.
Yeah, 4 seasons. Okay, so season 3.
When did the last season come out?
2017. Yeah, it's been a little bit. Let's see. Okay, end of season 3. His last vow. Stolen letters lead Sherlock into conflict with Charles Augustus Magnuson.
Magnesian or something like that. Yeah.
Magnuson, whatever it is. Yeah.
Because he shoots and kills him or something. And then he's like, "Oh, you should have done that, Sherlock."
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh no, he had everything against you," but he never played a big role. Like, there was never like, I remember that season being like, "Oh, okay, like there's this big bad and big bad."
It ends with Moriarty on stealing the jewels, and he puts like the videos all over England. Like, did you miss me?
Is that how it begins?
That's how it ends.
No, really?
Yada yada yada. Okay, to protect John, Mary, and their forthcoming child, Holmes kills Magnuson in front of Mycroft and several other witnesses. Remember, they're standing like outside, and he's like, "Ha, you'll never get me." And he's like, "Yeah, but I'm a fucking psychopath." Pulls out a gun and blasts him in the face.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Oh, no. And then the virus starts taking over the Did You Miss Me?
Yeah.
Not the Crown Jewels. The Crown Jewels starts the start of season 2.
Was it?
Yeah, that's the one where he's like going into the Crown Jewels, and there's like a big operatic part, and then he gets caught, and it's like, how the hell did this guy get caught? It's like, well, there was a bank heist 2 towns over or something that contradicts where he was or whatever the fuck.
Oh god, I am trying to remember. I don't remember that. Yeah,
yeah, dude, it's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. But how did we get here? Oh yeah, just ending on very shit seasons. Like, it makes me sad. Cause season 4 of Sherlock, was it good? Was it? Maybe I just went in and I just felt the crud, and I was like, this isn't quality as it used to be.
I liked it.
Because I remember Sherlock, like, being like, "Oh, I'm out and about, and I need to." They hired me because I'm the only one who can. And then he's like, "I gotta break into this person's house," and I don't even remember what the fuck.
Do their drugs real quick.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking junkie.
All right. Let's bring it back to Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Ian McKellen, the best celestial hobo there is, right?
It really is.
We just made the Fellowship.
Yep. The Fellowship is at Rivendell, and they are on their way to Mordor to destroy the One Ring.
Do we ever return to Rivendell?
Yes.
Oh, really?
At the very end.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you know how Lord of the Rings ends?
Not a clue.
Okay. So
all I know is that they should have taken the Eagles from the beginning, and that might have saved some time.
Yeah, they take the Eagles all the way back. The Eagles pick them up from Mount Doom at the end.
Well, But okay.
All right. So the Fellowship is off. Da-na-na, na-na-na, na-na-na, bum, 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 ba-da-ba. Music score. It's very nice. There's lots of sweeping shots. They make it to a mountain pass. Along the way, Saruman is like being an evil celestial hobo and like sending magical storms their way and shit.
Oh, cool! I'm sending you the weather.
Yeah, it's really bad. They're like, oh, we'll never make it across this fucking mountain thing because he keeps sending ice and snow and shit, and it's really bad. And Gimli's like, yo, we can go through Moria. It's it's underneath the mountain.
Gimli said that?
Yeah. And Gandalf's like, gee, I don't know.
You guys fucked up Moria real bad.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't really say that just yet, but he's like, yeah, I don't know. The ring bearer should decide. And Frodo's like, I'm cold. Let's go underground. And Gandalf's like, fuck. I should have said something. But all right.
But I'm a celestial hobo. What do I know?
Yeah. So they get to the entrance to the mines of Moria.
Right. This is the first dungeon in the game.
You know, I want to see if you can figure this out, actually.
Figure what out?
The door.
The door?
Yeah, the door. Let's see.
You turn the knob? Oh, there's a
Mines
puzzle.
of Moria.
Oh, there's a riddle or whatever the fuck is in there. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I want to see if you can... Mines of Moria, oh, there's a riddle or whatever. Yeah.
What Siri heard?
Mines of Moria... Door. Okay, let's see here. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, so it looks like this. This is the door, right?
Okay, sure.
It's got writing on the top.
Sure. Should I memorize that?
No, it's not important. It's all elves. It's an elven door.
An elven door to a dwarf palace?
The elven door was constructed in cooperation between the dwarves and elves sometime between 750 and 1500.
Yeah. Sure.
Yada, yada, yada. Oh, it was help made by Celebrimbor. Interesting. Yada yada yada. Where is I need the actual. Here we go. Okay. Gandalf translates the door from Elvish to the doors of Druin, Lord of Moria. Speak, friend, and enter. I, Navari, made them. Celebrimbor of Holen drew these signs. Speak, friend, and enter.
So what, do you just say friend and it opens?
You say friend in Elvish. They're out there for a while going, what the fuck? What does that mean?
Yeah, because there's so much... If Adam has 5 apples and Lucy has 6 apples, and then you went to the store and found them at 20% off, how many apples does Lucy have? Yeah.
What color was her dress?
Yeah, what color was her dress? Like, that's so... Okay, no, I get that. That's fun.
It was a cool scene.
That's fun. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure that you can... Okay, look. It's always fun to see someone else do puzzles, especially if that puzzle means something.
And if you can figure it out before they can.
Yeah, well, of course. I hate puzzles like that. I hate puzzles that are... Especially, like... like, Mike has 6 apples. Lucy has 7 apples. You find the apples 20% off at the store. You saw a newspaper clipping that said inflation's gonna rise tomorrow. How many apples does Lucy have tomorrow?
Still 6.
Yeah. That's the most stupidest thing. Like,
So they enter the Mines of Moria.
Yeah, they enter the Mines of Moria.
They're going around, and it is fucking dark and abandoned.
Okay.
Like, fucking real bad. Like, there's no survivors.
Well, is this an abandoned city, or did they expect people to be there?
They expected people to be there.
Oh, so it's just...
It is just empty as fuck.
Then they could have not turned around?
Well, again, there's no point in turning around in the journey.
Sure, okay.
That's a very important piece of information, actually. Couldn't they just go back? Well, let's not focus on that. Let's focus on keep going forward.
Because we need to lose Gandalf.
Well, so they go through, and they eventually come across a tomb, which I didn't know this at the time. They come across the tomb of one of the dwarves that was in The Hobbit. because The Hobbit takes place before.
Yeah,
with Bilbo,
yeah.
Gandalf,
yeah.
and a bunch of dwarves.
Sure, yeah.
One of those dwarves is dead there.
Okay.
I didn't know it was him.
Oh.
So it was just kind of like, oh, hey, that's a nice little. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
And he's left a journal of like, you know, his time, like, hey, yeah, we dug too deep. You know, we as dwarves like to dig and do stuff, but we dug too deep and we found a Balrog. And Gandalf's like, holy shit.
We need to leave.
This is a celestial demon. This is like on the same level of power as like where Gandalf comes from, kind of. Like this thing is like...
You're telling me they made a tomb that basically said, I'm dead, oops, Balrog. We locked him inside because he can't say the word friend to leave?
Well...
That's why we had to make it so simple, because it could get through anything but that?
To a certain degree. There's also orcs and other shit in here that you're about to find.
Oh. Okay.
Saruman knows that they're down there. So he just sends
He's like, haha, that's funny.
He sends a fuckload of orcs.
I'm gonna make this underground palace a freaking garbage disposal.
Pretty much, yeah. So he sends a bunch of people there. Eventually they get spotted and they're just like, hey, we literally will not make it through this. In that tomb room, they end up fighting a big troll. Which stabs Frodo.
Yes, Frodo gets stabbed because he was given the unbreakable chainmail of friendship.
I mean, you're kind of along the right way, yeah.
Who gives him the chainmail?
Bilbo.
Okay, Bilbo gives him the chainmail.
Yep.
And he wears it because the chainmail is impenetrable to sharp objects. I think that's the thing. Like, you'll still feel the blow, but it's.
But you won't be like mortally wounded. Yeah. It's magic chainmail. That's all.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, we're so happy you're alive."
Hobbit's still surprised. And then it's like, "Oh, we gotta go." They're crossing a bridge. Yada yada da 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 da. You know, big sweeping music shots.
Sure.
They're crossing the bridge, and
the Balrog.
And the Balrog
like,
appears. Yeah, he's like, "Rawr!" Yeah, got a big old fire whip. And Gandalf's like, nah, fuck this. I want to solo this for the XP. And he tells everybody else to go.
I want to solo this for the XP.
So he sends everybody else out. That's when he's like, you shall not pass. Breaks the bridge.
Yep.
Balrog falls. He's like, ha, got it. Starts leveling up. Doesn't move because he's leveling up. And Balrog grabs his foot, drags him down. He's like, fly, you fools. And Gandalf and the Balrog fall for days. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Days?
Yeah, days. Everybody else gets out. Everybody's all sad. Like, oh, fuck. We lost our celestial hobo. Gandalf was like the one binding force for us. You know, like, he kind of kept everybody, like, in line. But it's really more just Boromir, because everybody else is really kind of cool. Boromir's just kind of an asshole. So they get out, and they're like, well, I guess we got to keep going. And they kind of get separated a little bit. This is they make it to a spot where Boromir goes up to Frodo and he's like, it's a real shame we lost that celestial hobo. I can tell it's really taking a toll on you. Why don't I carry the ring for you? And Frodo's like, no.
What, are you crazy?
Yeah, and he really does start kind of.
You know how well it went for humans, or for us, when a human tried to throw it away?
Yeah.
Is what he said, of course.
Well, yeah, and Frodo's like, no, this is my job. I have it. It's all good. And he's like, give it to me, Frodo. And like he's really like pushing him, like, give it to me.
Okay, who is this? Boromir.
Sean Bean.
Sean Bean.
Yeah.
Not the rogue that saved him back at
Aragorn.
the fancy pony.
No, not Aragorn.
Aragorn.
The prancing pony. But yes, you got it. And so Frodo's like,
so Sean Bean's like,
give me the fucking ring.
Give me that ring, boy.
Yeah, give me the ring. Because it's, the ring is trying to reach out to somebody to corrupt, to get it back to his master.
All right.
And Frodo's like, no. And eventually he's forced to put on the ring because Boromir's like going crazy.
Yeah.
And he starts running away.
Invisible light.
Like as soon as Boromir like sees Frodo's just gone, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I lost him. Oh fuck, I'm sorry, Frodo. I didn't mean it. And Frodo's just fucking booking it.
Good.
Yeah, as he should. This alerts obviously the ring-wraiths and Saruman's forces of like, hey. This is where he last pinged to Wi-Fi.
Yeah. We found his IP. We found his IP on the evil net.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of orcs and uruks start coming.
Oh, okay.
Aragorn.
Uruks. What the fuck are uruks?
Uruks are
like golems?
No, they're like orcs, but like
rocks
stronger.
Oh,
so
okay,
orcs aren't like born.
Orc.
You kind of like dig them out of the ground.
Okay.
They're like potatoes.
They're evil potatoes.
Yeah, here, hold on. Because it's actually kind of cool on how they look. 1 sec. Lord of the Rings orcs.
This is a weird way to like produce orcs, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's really weird.
So you dig them from the ground. So why do people dig? It sounds like these dwarves had it all wrong and kept on digging for like they just knew there was bad things in the ground.
Let's see here. Orcs, primary soldiers of the Dark Lord's armies, blah 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 blah. After the war for the sake of the elves, yada yada yada. Don't care. I want to know how they etymology characteristics. Yeah, let's do characteristics. Yeah. For all that race were bred by Melkor of the subterranean heats and slime. Their hearts were of granite, and their bodies deformed. Foul their faces, which smiled not, but their laugh that of the clash of metal, and to nothing were they more fain than to aid the bestest of purposes of Melko. Who was essentially some dude.
Melko's some dude who gave them life?
Yeah, who like made orcs.
Is that like...
He made orc seeds and just kind of like spread them all over the world.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But essentially, Saruman is just digging all the fucking time by where his tower is.
And finding orcs.
Yeah, and just digging up orcs.
He found the plantain of orcs.
They're like, well, again, remember, he's a celestial hobo, so he can kind of like...
Oh, he's
like, like...
making the wind do his work or whatever.
I want more potatoes underground.
He's making the potatoes dig up the potatoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really. So he's
That's smart, actually.
He has cleared all of the land around him.
All right.
I'm talking all of it.
All of it.
Like
he's overturned every tree.
Yep, all the trees are gone.
He's gotten out all the rocks.
Like there are
He's gonna make
pits.
A bitchin' swimming pool.
Like there are pits underneath with like different like fucking like bridges going across to like different places. It's a really cool shot.
Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah.
Like they're using like bad metals that they've also found from underground to make the weapons.
Bad metals?
Well, like like oh, this sword does not look like a craftsman made sword. This is just
crude
like,
metals.
Yeah, crude.
Or like crudely made weapons.
Like definitely not like high quality.
Sure.
Essentially, is this going to do the damage if you hit the guy?
Okay.
I feel like when I said that, I could just feel like John in the distance, like perking up.
What? What do you mean?
The fucking quote from the book about orcs.
Oh, he's like, my child's beginning to learn. Does he like Lord of the Rings? Or are you just assuming he's
it's
super
just orcs.
deep?
It's more orcs.
It's just more orcs than it is Lord of the Rings.
Anyway, so... Saruman clearing out all of the land around him and getting all this stuff, it super matters.
Okay.
For later.
So
anyway.
But right now, we're in a big bad area with orcs and dorks and
uruks and all
uruks.
That.
Yeah.
Essentially, Boromir, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli are all fighting. The orcs and uruks. Boromir dies. Yeah, he gets shot multiple times.
Is this before or after he kicks the rock and like breaks his toe?
That's Aragorn, and that's in the second movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he definitely broke his toe there though. He kicks that fucking thing really hard. So this is essentially where the Fellowship breaks up. They don't even make it to the end of the first movie.
Oh, wow. So they're all like, all right, we need to break up. The ring is gone. Death is upon us.
Well,
and
yeah, like we lost Gandalf.
Mm-hmm.
Frodo is just gone. Frodo's got it in his mind of, hey, I'm going to take it there myself now. I've already lost Gandalf. Boromir tried to fucking kill me to get the ring. I'm just going to go by myself.
Okay.
Sam catches up to him because Frodo makes it to a river.
So Sean Bean is not really a good character.
I mean, he is.
Who is he?
Well,
whose son of whose son of is he?
We're not there yet. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, that definitely comes back.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
So Boromir essentially, like, when Frodo puts the ring on and runs away, he's essentially yelling to Frodo to just keep going wherever he's going.
Who?
Boromir. So he kind of has, like, a little bit of redemption of, like, you know, like, hey, obviously I knew I was going to try to do something bad. I'm glad you ran away. Keep running because there's orcs here now. So there's, you know, he's kind of got, like, a little bit of a redemption thingy here. Like, he's not a bad guy, he's just...
He was just drunk on power.
Well, the ring corrupts. That's the whole point of it.
So they say.
So Sam catches up to Frodo. He's like, you know, I promised Gandalf that, you know, don't you leave him, Samwise Gamgee, and I plan not to. And it's really sad, and he's like, oh, Sam. And so they get on a boat, and they just start fucking sailing.
They get on a boat?
Yeah. Well, it's like a little dinghy. It's not a big boat.
Just Sam and Frodo?
Yeah, just Sam and Frodo.
What happened to Merry and Pippin and Potts?
Merry and Pippin, while
they're riding the giant tree all the way to the fourth movie.
No, not yet. Fourth. That doesn't happen yet. But they do get separated off.
Okay.
Orcs pick them up.
Merry and Pippin.
Yeah, they essentially take Merry and Pippin.
Oh, okay.
Because they're under the impression it's going to be a hobbit that has the stuff.
Oh, okay. So they got the wrong hobbits.
Yeah, they got the wrong hobbits. Aragorn, Boromir, Gimli, and Legolas defeat a bunch of the orcs around there. And, you know, Legolas is like, you know, fuck, the Fellowship is over. Like, fuck, we failed. We didn't even make it that far. And Aragorn's like, maybe not yet. Maybe there's still a chance. Frodo's gonna do the right thing.
And take it to Mount Doom or whatever.
We at least know Merry and Pippin are that way. Let's go save Merry and Pippin.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're gonna go save Merry and Pippin.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
that's where the first movie ends.
Frodo and Sam get on a ship.
Yep.
They're like deuces.
Well, it's a very small boat. But
and
so Frodo and Sam, Legolas, Gimli, and Aragorn, Merry and Pippin.
Legolas, Orlando Bloom, Gimli is the dwarf, and Aragorn.
So it's split into 3 different camps.
Gotcha.
And that's where the first movie ends.
All right.
Again, do you remember when you kind of started the MCU a couple of like last year?
Yeah.
Where what is it? You said something. It was more along the lines of, so it's not about the story, it's about the characters.
Yeah.
That's definitely what Lord of the Rings is about. It's
about the choices they made.
Yeah. It's about the choices they made and seeing what they do when presented with these things that happen. Because again, the story is very easy. Again, the reason Tolkien didn't just have them ride the eagles is he's a very famous quote of saying, "Well, that'd just be a boring story then."
There was always the out.
Yeah, like it was always there. Like, yeah, they could have just took the eagles, but where's the story in that?
Canonly, that's how it should have ended. But,
well,
I was being paid by the word, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, technically, like, there's other reasons that they couldn't have, but that's, like, the main reason. Because, technically, the ring wraiths have dragons. So it's like, technically, they could have been protecting Mount Doom.
They have Sam turrets? Do they have Sam
Sam
turrets?
I mean, yeah, kinda.
Something about a ring.
They do have giant
using
mammoths.
a huge, giant fucking piece of technology.
Oh, like an actual, like, automated. Oh my god. Ringwraith Dragon.
What? Alright, so why didn't the ring race use dragons?
Yeah, they did.
No, they
I'm
were
sorry.
on horses.
I'm sorry, it's called
a
it's called a Fell Beast. It's pretty cool looking though. Look at this thing.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why don't they use that?
Yeah, they did.
No, I mean like when
He's
they went
riding
to
it.
go get horses towards the Hobbit.
Because it's a little bit more low key because the war hadn't started yet.
So what? The bad guys didn't get the funding?
Okay, hold on. You see one of these flying around. You're a
Yeah.
man of Mount.
Yeah.
Wherever you're from.
Hey, am I Sauron? Am I Sauron? Do I have unlimited funds and unlimited potatoes that just keep digging each other?
Yeah.
Do I want this ring?
No.
Okay.
He wants to give it to Sauron.
Or else that wouldn't make a good story.
Well, so remember, with the Celestial Hobos, they can't have the rings.
They can't have the ring
Because it...
There's a lot of exponents to this story, buddy.
Well, I'm condensing a fucking...
A tome.
Like a tome within...
Yeah, a religion. No, I get it.
Yeah, like, there's a lot. Like, again, regular people see a fucking...
In the Book of the Fellowship of the Ring, subsection page 43, Sauron said, "Nah, I can't touch rings.
Nah, man.
I hate circles. That's my thing. I hate circles.
I'm a tower guy, not a circle
Yeah.
guy." But yeah, they're very intimidating looking.
Okay, fine. Cool. All right. So, we're going forward, right? We're doing the thing. Book 2. Movie 2. Book 2?
Yeah, the two towers.
Okay. So what's going on
Oh,
with the
Jesus
two towers?
Christ. You want me to do all three of these?
Oh, I thought there were 4.
No, there's only 3. Okay, The Hobbit is like book 0.
Well, that doesn't matter, right?
So then there's only 3.
Okay, so two towers.
Fellowship, 2 towers,
Yeah.
Return of the King. That's it.
Okay, what's happening in the 2 towers?
It's a lot.
Good, we still have enough power. Let's go.
Okay, so 2 begins...
It's fine. I like these renditions and me putting in my own canon that makes sense of the stupid story. It's not a stupid story.
Before they entered the mines of Moria, there's a scene of them like trying to figure out like how to save friend and enter, right?
Yeah.
Gandalf and Frodo notice, hey, I feel like we're being followed, but it's just by one thing.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
I
Gollum.
remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So Gollum has been following them this entire time.
Right. But from a very safe distance.
Yeah, from a very safe distance. He doesn't really have anything, as you can tell.
Sure.
Eventually, at the beginning of the second movie, Sam and Frodo are like camped out, and they know that Gollum is following them. And so they kind of spring a trap. They're like, oh, okay, me. And so Gollum, kind of gets closer to them and all that. And so they essentially, like, grab him really quick.
Yeah.
Because he thinks they're sleeping.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm hello, fancy meeting you here. Please don't kill me. And Sam's like, I'm going to fucking kill him. And Frodo's like, no, don't. His mind's been poisoned.
That wouldn't be a good story.
He means well, Sam. Don't do it.
He means well.
Yeah,
Does he actually say that? Oh, okay.
But I mean, that's kind of what he said. And he's like, Mr. Frodo, I don't think that's a good idea.
Mr. Frodo.
Yeah, Mr. Frodo. All right. I won't kill you, but only because Mr. Frodo told me not to. And he's like...
But I'm a killer, don't forget that.
And he's like, stupid
I'm
Hobbit.
Sam the Slasher.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's like, I can get you into the Mordor. And Sam's like, I don't fucking trust him, Mr. Frodo. I should cut the bitch. And Frodo's like, but he knows the way, Sam, and we don't. And Sam's like, it's to the east.
Wait, why do they trust him immediately?
Because he's been to Mordor. That's where he was tortured. You remember Shire Baggins?
Oh.
He knows the way there.
Oh.
Yeah. It wouldn't be so good stories if he didn't knows. Can't do a Gollum accent. It's really hard. I can't with my throat.
Weird. Yeah, it's a very weird. Everybody can do the my precious thing, but like speaking that's the voice cue that we were talking about that one podcast or two ago.
Voice trigger.
Voice trigger. All right. So he's like, yeah, okay, fine, we'll trust you, but you got to take us to Memoria.
Moria. No, Moria's
no
the
Mordor.
mines.
Mordor. Yeah.
One does not simply.
Yeah, sure.
God. Merry and Pippin are prisoners currently.
In Moria?
No, they're not in Moria.
Oh, sorry, Mordor.
From the orcs. No.
Oh, okay.
No, they're not very far.
All right.
They're like maybe a day's ride out from where Legolas, Aragorn, and Gimli are.
Oh, okay, sure.
God, I'm really gonna have to start reaching here because like.
No, it's fine. Like
I've seen
I don't care. I want to see your edition of this story. I want to see it through your eyes.
Christ. No, because there's like 3 different things that happen, and I don't remember the order, and it super matters.
Oh, it's super. Well, just say them in order, and then if you're in wrong order, we'll just put them in order canonly later.
Okay.
Start off with your favorite.
Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas are searching for. They're trying to catch up to the orcs, right?
Yeah.
They eventually make it to where the campground was, and I believe it's Legolas. It's either Legolas or Aragorn. They do like this cool like hand trick where they can like envision what had happened last night from the like footprints and all that kind of stuff.
Legolas.
Yeah.
Legolas is an elf. He could probably.
Well,
do
Aragorn
shit
grew
like
up with them, so you know it's
what?
Yeah,
Aragorn what?
Aragorn grew up with him. They're buds. Doesn't matter.
Wait, isn't he like 1,000,000 years old?
Yeah, Aragorn's like 125.
What?
Yeah, people live a long time in Middle Earth.
He's human though.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Okay. What
and-
if they don't, and their years are just on a different planet from ours? They're actually, like
he's actually like 37.
Days are actually like 3 hours.
He's essentially trying to figure out what had happened.
Sure.
Because they get to the campsite and there's fucking bodies everywhere.
Like orc bodies?
Yeah. And they're like, what the fuck?
Something happened here.
Something happened here. Oh god. Eventually, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli kind of get like circled by a bunch of dudes on horses, like a bunch of men on horses. And it is Gondor?
Okay.
I want to say.
So Gondor.
Hold on, let me actually just make sure on that one because
what is this Gondor?
Gondor is a place.
They get surrounded by a place?
No, fucking men from Gondor.
Oh, okay. What are they wearing?
What are they wearing?
Yeah.
They're just dudes. Like
they're just naked dudes on horses.
Follow me. They're fucking soldiers, okay?
Okay, they're soldiers. All right, so they're... I don't know.
Be an asshole about it.
I'm not being an asshole about it. I'm trying to imagine either. Okay, these are half horse, half men. These are like... these centaurs.
Okay, give me base plot. Okay.
Don't say it word for word. I'm trying to remember what it is and then just
Rohan. Okay,
Rohan. Rodin?
Rohan.
Son of Gohan.
No, Rohan is a place.
Legacy of Goku or whatever. Wait, what's a place? Sorry.
Rohan.
Rohan is a place.
Rohan is a place.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, who are you? You know, strange to see a man, an elf, and a dwarf together. Y'all don't like each other. What's happening here? I saw this then. And they are taken back to Rohan. And he's not a king, but I guess he's the king of Rohan. He's being influenced by one of Saruman's dudes. Like, he's like, oh, I'm the Vizier King, listen to me. And he's essentially like poisoning his mind.
Yes, sure, whatever the fuck.
He's the old guy. He's like, you have no power.
Oh, that's him?
That's him.
Oh, okay, that's him. All right.
So he does not look good, right?
Oh, because he's being...
Yeah, he's being poisoned by this Vizier guy that Saruman's influenced. Or fucking whatever.
Sure.
Doesn't matter. And Aragorn gets to the king guy, and he's like, "Hey, like, you know, like we gotta do God, did we rescue? No, we didn't rescue Mary and Pippin yet.
They're being carried by a tree.
Well, they ran to the trees, yeah, and that's where they hid. And then later on, we'll get to them.
Okay.
Because no, that's with Gandalf later. Where? God, dude, Two Towers. I am so bad with.
Do you want to go to the third movie and just Quentin Tarantino it when it matters?
So here's the thing. Here's the problem that I have with Lord of the Rings. I haven't seen it enough to really memorize the exact detail by detail. I can tell you again. Frodo and Sam is super easy to tell you because they literally just fucking walking to Mordor.
That's wow.
They're
it.
They're avoiding all the well. It's mostly Gimli or not Gimli. Gollum. Like
be like this way.
Yeah, like Master Frodo, don't trust the fat hobbits. You know, don't trust him.
Don't trust the Samwise.
Yeah, don't trust Samwise. He wants the precious for himself.
Okay.
So that's pretty much their whole way up there.
That's it.
I mean, at one point, Frodo and Sam do end up coming across like a battalion, and they're like, "Oh my god!" They're like, "Hey, yeah, like you're just hobbits. You have the ring? Okay, hey, like wait here." And then a battle happens like while they're like in holding, like in prison cells, and essentially they break out. The big commander guy's like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. You guys made it this far. I got a war going on right now. Just get the fuck out of here. This is when the dragons come in.
Okay.
They make Sam and Frodo and Gollum make it to the doors into Mordor.
What about? Oh, okay.
And then Gollum's like, "Oh no, I got a fucking sneaky plan because I'm a little goblin bitch. I'm gonna take them to her, and then I'll have the precious all for myself."
Okay.
And he's like, "No, we're not going through the front door, guys. We're going up the side." So he takes them up this mountain path.
And Gollum's like, "Fuck."
No, Gollum is the one's like, "We're taking the mountain path."
Oh, sure.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, hey, like we'll go this way." And essentially, like they're like low on foods and shit. They don't have like anything.
They don't have any.
Like they're eating the mold from the bread that
gross.
Crumbs. It's really bad. Gollum takes the last bit of food, kind of like crumples it up and puts it all over Sam, like up on his chest and shit. So when Frodo wakes up, he goes to like grab some food, realizes there's none, and Gollum's like, "Look, the fat hobbits ate all the foods."
That's smart.
And Frodo is like,
"What the fuck, Sam?"
Well, his mind is slowly being like
corrupted.
More just poisoned. Of like, I'm tired.
I think I remember him. Yeah.
There's no food. We've been walking for the last 9 months. Fucking it. We're like anything comes across us, we're just fucking dead.
Right.
Like it's real bad. And he's like, "Just go home, Sam." And he's like, "Mr. Frodo, I can't do that." And he's like, "Go home." And so Sam's like, Okay. And so he just kind of like stands, he just kind of sits on the side of the mountain and cries. Frodo and Gollum keep going up. Gollum leads Frodo into a giant spider's nest.
Cool. That's not good.
Yeah, it's really bad. Frodo fights the spider.
So
gets bit and then starts getting webbed up and shit. And then Sam comes in, kills. I don't know if he kills the spider or if he just gets Frodo out of there. I don't remember. And he's like, I'm not going to carry the ring, but I can carry you. Puts him up on his shoulders.
Okay.
And shit, and he's carrying him up the mountain.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That must be a really nice scene, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's really nice. They make it into Mount Doom, and Sam's like, we're here. We finally fucking made it. Kind of along the way. I think it's after that scene or right before the fight that they have. Sam is telling Frodo, like, "Hey, we got to really be careful with the food, or whatever provision. It must have been before the food
right.
trick.
Before you sprinkled dust
Yeah.
on him, sure.
Sam is like, hey, Mr. Frodo, we just got to go really careful on like the food. I don't need to eat right now.
Right.
I want to make sure that you've got energy because we need to make sure we've got provisions for the way back. And Frodo just kind of looks at him and he's like, Sam, I don't think this is
a way back.
This is a one-way trip.
Okay, cool.
And Sam's like, if that's what it takes, Mr. Frodo. And like Sam, the whole fucking trilogy is definitely like, yo, whatever it takes, bro. Like for you,
that's his quote. Whatever it takes, bro.
Yeah, that's Samwise Gamgee. So they get into the entrance of Mount Doom, and it's not a 1-for-1 shot of Elrond and Isildur, but Sam's like like Elrond's the bad guy from the Matrix.
Okay, I remember. Him
and Isildur who didn't drop the ring.
Oh yeah.
So there's
statues of them there.
No, it's like a 1-for-1 shot of like, hey,
this is where they were at.
We're in this situation again with the ring. And Sam's like, just throw it away, Mr. Frodo. And Frodo's like just fucking like on his last limbs, also being
literally over the edge of the
over
lava
the edge.
pit.
And he's just like, and he turns back to Sam,
gives a good smile.
Yeah, gives a good smile, and turns invisible. And
this
Sam's like,
movie
no,
2?
No, this is the third movie.
Oh, okay.
I'm just following them
because no.
Yeah, and Sam's like, no. And Gollum comes in and fucking jumps on Frodo while he's invisible.
Oh, he's still tangible while invisible?
Yeah, like he doesn't he's not like pass through or anything like that. He's just invisible.
I thought he went into the demon internet world where
he
only
does.
ring wraiths see.
Yeah, he does. But just like Gollum sees the footprints.
Okay, so
he jumps on him and he bites off Frodo's finger with the ring on it.
Oh, cool!
And Frodo's like, "You piece of shit!" And he throws Gollum. And so as Gollum's falling, he's like, holds the ring and falls into the lava.
That's a bad way to.
Again, I'm extremely butchering the scene, but after
so you're telling me Gollum,
yeah,
out of pure hey, I want this ring, has the force to bite off what's his name's finger.
Yeah.
Frodo's like, you piece of shit, kicks him over the edge.
Well, he's essentially fighting him. Gollum gets Frodo's hand in his mouth and just bites down and spits out the fingers. And he's like, I got it. And he's still on Frodo, and Frodo just obviously with the adrenaline pumping, just fucking throws him. And with it goes the ring.
Is there some self-made prophecy here where it's hey, before the ring has to go in, there needs to be a third person to...
Well, at this point, again, the ring had been poisoning Frodo's mind for the past 9-10 months here.
Right.
And again, no food, no water, high stress, all that kind of stuff.
So Gollum goes in the volcano
with the ring.
The ring.
Yep. Afterwards, Sam and Frodo just kind of get out to the side of Mount Doom because once the ring goes in, it starts going off because it's a volcano.
Right. And the evil is being spewed out or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
And then they have to go on, they have to be oh, Master Frodo, we have to cut off the finger because actually, technically, Gollum degloved that one finger, so that's not going to be good.
No, it's just gone. There's a bite right here.
Oh, cool! Yeah. Oh, so it doesn't go down to the knuckle; it goes down into the palm.
He bit a bit of his hand, if I remember right.
Oh, cool! All right.
And so he's like, "Yeah, we did it. That's that. Guess this is a nice."
Remember, you almost betrayed the whole world.
Yeah, well,
no, I take it back. You did betray the whole world.
You did turn invisible there. Hey, yo, what the fuck?
He's like, oops.
Yeah. And essentially they're just like, all right, cool. We're just gonna kind of sit here and wait for the lava to get to us, and this is it. Again, this was the end of the one-way journey.
Why? You could have just jumped in with the ring, but you were poisoned. Okay, whatever. Don't matter.
Well, again, they're essentially because they make it outside and they kind of get onto a rock as lava's flowing around, so they're kind of surrounded by lava. So all right.
So they're there. They're just waiting. Okay.
Yeah, they're just waiting.
Okay.
And they're like, all right, I guess that's it. And they both just kind of like pass out. And as Frodo's like passing out, that's when he sees Gandalf flying in with the eagles, and they pick him up.
Oh.
And then Frodo wakes up back in Rivendell.
Okay.
So they literally fly from Mordor all the way back to Rivendell.
So they take both
Sam and Frodo.
They take both their words and be like, "Oh yeah, the deed's done."
Yeah.
And it was
well when the ring goes, the eye of Sauron kind of like freaks out and shit and like disappears.
Oh.
So it's definitely a sign of like, oh, hey,
we did that.
Yeah. So again, that's the easiest through line to follow. When it comes to Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli, and then Merry and Pippin, because they kind of get back in with it, and then Gandalf comes back to life.
But he's Gandalf the Grey?
Gandalf the White.
The White.
Yeah. He has ascended to celestial hobo level
Plus.
2. Yeah. Which is where Saruman is. Saruman the White.
Oh.
So Gandalf the Grey has essentially, through death,
became
the gods of the world were like, hey, yeah, the balance is going to be too far out if you're not in there, so I'm rezzing you and you're getting a power bump. Don't worry about it.
The gods of the world said, hey, yo, you're not done yet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get back out there, you stupid idiot.
Yeah. Gandalf. Yeah, Gandalf comes back pretty quick here.
Yeah, but doesn't he forget who he is or whatever? Or what his mission is or whatever the fuck? He's like an amnesiac freaking space hobo?
Not really. In Fanghorn, Aragorn's group encounters Gandalf, who, after his fight against the Balrog, was resurrected as Gandalf the White to help save Middle-earth. At first he's like, Gandalf the Grey? Oh, yes, that was a name I went by, huh? Like, again, he's been celestial-sized again. So, you know, he's feeling a little holy. He's
feeling a little dark side of the moon going on here.
He's feeling pretty good.
Okay.
Gandalf the White. Protagonist. He is a wizard, one of the Astari. I-S-T-A-R-I.
Okay. Is the Astari like humans or like a celestial being? Or
I'm trying to figure out where that's...
A constellation that came down to Earth to become sentient?
Hold on. I'm getting to it. Yada yada yada. And universe names. Fictional biography.
There's a fictional biography of Gandalf the Grey.
He's not a man. What is he? Is it a Sarti?
He must be like some sort of god if the gods are all like, look, we kind of... Like, if we throw off the balance, we're kind of spitting on two drills on each other, and if that goes off, we need a... You know, that's not good. Show the cone, Alex, in post. Show the cones of the universe and the balance of how the universe works.
I don't even know what the fuck you're close to talking about.
You don't know what that... You don't know... You never heard of the cone theory? That's the whole Gurren Lagann thing. So there's... So the balance of reality, right? Look up the cones of reality.
Cones of reality.
Yeah, the cone of reality, I think it's called.
Reality. Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Look up images.
This?
Yes.
Light cone. Hypersurface of the present, space, observer, past light cone, future light cone,
I don't know what it's supposed to be, but basically,
okay,
I remember this is something I heard in middle school, so take this with a grain of salt. But it's basically like, hey, if something happened that's bad, something good needs to happen. right?
Like,
And if it's not, that cone is like on a needle thin point that if something gets disbalanced, boom, there goes all reality. Just out the window, gone. Boom, black hole happens or something like that.
this is what you're talking about.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
this is called a light cone.
Okay, that's great.
In special and general relativity, a light cone or null cone is the path that a flash of light emanating from a single event localized to a single
Entirely
point
in my kitchen.
Yeah, I know, right? localized to a single point in space and a single moment in time, and traveling in all directions would take through space-time.
Yeah, it's exactly what I said.
It's not what you said. What the fuck?
I don't know. Bro, I heard this in high school, and I just remember seeing it in Gurren Lagann, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
I don't think that's what this is, though, buddy.
No, but, I mean, there's different, like, things about it. I don't know, man. Look, I was just trying to say that Gandalf was some big super being that if he went out because of a Balrog, and the gods were all like, hey, we need you back out there, or else...
Yeah, or else there won't be... Like, the forces of darkness are too strong.
Or too strong, yeah.
Yeah.
In this FIFA match of good and evil,
Yeah.
we need them to sit someone out, or we put you back in there with a new leg.
Yeah, well, essentially, the Asarti, the like, League of Wizards that he and Saruman are,
There's more of them.
not anymore. It's just the two.
Okay.
Essentially, how do I say this? The Asarti are there to stand against the forces of darkness. When one of the Asarti went to become a servant of darkness, that's when Gandalf got the upgrade. Because Saruman betrayed the forces of good, essentially, the gods are like, now it's too strong on the dark side here. Let's at least balance it out so it's a fighting chance. Hence, they revived.
Why do the gods care?
And gods are dicks. They just want a good
they're
show.
just like,
Mortals.
We haven't been here. Nobody worships us anymore ever since the dwarves lost their fortress to that Balrog. So,
I mean, Balrogs are pretty bad. They're kind of like angels, I guess.
I mean, I don't want a full explanation. I'm just saying this is what happened canonically.
I don't want a full explanation.
This is my own canon.
Okay, that's different from this is what actually happened. Never mind.
Well, that's fun.
Again, it's more about the, hey, here's how they interact with certain things than the overall story. Because, yeah, you know good's going to win in the end. You know it is.
You know it is?
Yeah, it's...
I thought there were, like, some really bleak moments in this.
There are. Like, there's definitely, like, a lot of wars. You're like, oh, hey.
Who's the most profound death in this movie? Like, what is the most, like, oh, wow, that was a big loss?
A big loss.
Who was the Armin in this story that was like, you know...
Gotta bring him back.
Gotta bring him back. Yo, that scene was awesome. I still remember that season finale of fucking... Well, I remember when they teased it in the what's it called? In the
trailers?
In the trailers, and I saw that, and I was like,
oh, I know what happens there.
Fuck, that is not a good time.
God, we still haven't even...
We haven't even started the...
Like, we started the final season.
Yeah.
I'm
still waiting for the last half or whatever,
the last
movie
third?
or whatever it is. the final season, the final part.
Yeah, final season part
1.
3 parts to a final season they're doing. Just call it season 5, guys.
Look, we needed multiple endings for this, and they were all good.
Again, I'm not about to say that Attack on Titan isn't a modern classic.
That one's one of my favorites. That one's really good.
Rumbling.
I don't like that one. I think that was the weakest out of all of them.
I think it's grown on me a little.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, yeah, I get it. The rumbling. That's like One Piece making a One Piece song. And it's like, yes, we're here for the One Piece. I get it.
Time to go. Let's sail away. Oh, fuck, dude. Somebody put up a really good, like, video the other day on Twitter. Of like One Piece, like just kind of like going through. It was like an AMV montage thing. And
Here's
like,
5 seconds of every episode or something like that.
Kinda. And I'm like, God damn, fucking One Piece is so fucking cool. I really want to get back into it again. It's really time consuming.
No.
And we've got 15 hours to burn in Final Fantasy.
I know we could have been watching all of One Piece.
All right, lattes and cappuccinos. That'll do it for this episode of Coffee Table Zeros Plays
The
Final Fantasy
Bloodbath.
No. Hold on. Do me a favor. I know I'm psychotic. I know I am. Save over the one you were just recently doing. Yeah. Just save over this one.
Okay.
Reason being, I saw a video. It was somebody playing the Xbox version, so it's technically different. But they were saying they couldn't go between slots for enemy kills. But they had like...
Oh my god, don't say that.
No, hold on. They had like... For some reason, the Xbox version of this game has like 16 internal memory cards. Which they were saving between. We don't have that. Because it was... Hey, you can have 16 files in slot 1. Then 16 files in slot 2. Then 16 files in slot 3.
Oh, Final Fantasy VII does that, actually.
Okay, but the PlayStation version does not do that. I just want to be sure, though, so let's just save over the same one.
Okay, then we need to do 15 more episodes.
No, we're not. The fuck we are. See you next time.